Good morning, friends. Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal, Adab, whatever in India could be said. Some people have been objecting that Mr. Das, why do you talk in English? Now, what is the hard fact of it is that these laws were written by those people who did not know Hindi at all. So, these are British laws. Okay. So, please beg me excuse on it, and I cannot rectify this doing. 100 years later, you ask me to translate the entire CLA rules or the Cantonment Act 1865 or the Governor General Order in Hindi. The entire meaning would change. The courts will not interpret them at all. So please friends, मैं आप सबसे हाथ जोड़ के request करता हूँ. Most of these videos are related to laws. I am not doing a gossip mongering on these videos. I am talking law sense. Okay, so cut short. We begin with a very important topic. Remember, I had shown you a 1831 plan of India, which was depicting in various colors, three colors of the Bengal Presidency, Bombay Presidency and Madras. Today we'll go further from 1831 and we'll again have a plan of India. Now this plan is going to be after the merger of these three presidencies. Now what happened after 1831 or 32 plan was that in 1858 the amalgamation of the East Indian or the European forces was done under the British regime by the Queen. So East India ceased and today it was basically British India, and every territory which fell under them was directly governed by the Queen of England, or within India it was dealt by the Governor General in Council. So 1858, remember this. Prior to this, it was the East India Company which was governing us. Now basically when this amalgamation took place, so this country was divided into some 8 large provinces. Now what were these 8 large provinces? The same old 3 presidencies, Madras, Bombay and Bengal. Now what were the other 5? So the other 5 were little subordinate to the presidencies, called the Lieutenant Governorship of Bengal. Very amazing, na? When you had Bengal presidency, then why Lieutenant Governorship of Bengal? We another had a united province of Agra and Awadh. We again had a second province called the Punjab. The third was Burma, and the fourth was Eastern Bengal, and fifth was Assam. Now these all 5 provinces were governed by the Lieutenant Governorship of Bengal, what I was trying to tell you. Now we must understand that Punjab was governed by a board of administration, something like called the Chief Commissioner. And after the mutiny 1857, Punjab was transferred independently from a bigger chunk of area called the Northwest Province. And now Punjab directly came under the Lieutenant Governorship called 1859. Now these 8 areas which I just spoke of, which were divided to be governed, were bifurcated by the Britishers in 2 notions. One was the regulation area and the other one was the non-regulation area. This was as per their Charter Act. Now what was the regulation area? So the regulation areas were Bengal Presidency, Bombay Presidency, Madras and Agra Lieutenant Governorship. Now which were excluded and were called non-regulation territories. They were basically Punjab, Burma, Awadh, Central Province of Assam. We've seen that plan. We remember that video of 1831-32 which shows that 3 presidency. Now we'll see another plan which was in the Imperial Gazette of India 1889. Now this plan of April 1885 was prepared by D.W.W. Hunter for this Imperial Gazetteer, which was being carved out at that time. And the printing of this plan was done by a company in England called A.K. Johnston, Edinburgh. Now again I'll ask my video man to show you this map, 1889. Now this map actually suffixes three colors, pink, yellow and green. Now the area in pink was the British territory and the area which was independent states were the green territories. But there was some area which was in the yellow called the dependent or the native states. We'll get into this detail later, but here we are very clear of defining which was the British territory, which was the independent states and which was the dependent but under the native rules. Out of these 57 cantonments, you will be surprised. Please go on my website www.cantonmentlaws.com. It's very important. Everybody who's watching this YouTube channel, just go. It is free for everybody. And then click your cantonment on this 1889 map, which is on the, when you're viewing it, is on your right hand side. The left one is the 1831. Click down below on your cantonment and a pop-up will take you to the cantonment in the area of color. Now when you see which of the cantonments were following outside the purview of the presidencies were Mau, Kamptee, Aurangabad, Sikandrabad, Ambala, Kasauli, Sabatu, Dakshai. Now these were those cantonments which never fell in either of the presidencies. So these cantonments basically, which I just named, were following outside the purview. Some notions are there already in people in Mau and Sikandrabad, especially in Sikandrabad. There is one bungalow owner, I'm forgetting his name, some Mr. ML or something. He has been battling it out with me on this topic. And we've reached an antagonizing situation where I was just insisting on that, sir, whether we are this or that, where do we start our fight from, which I just explained you in my earlier videos. That our GLR speaks of B3 lands, government lands, and now whether we prove it that this GLR is defunct or purged, that's a separate issue. So we need to understand how do we prove this. There is a foreign notification, yes, printed in CLA rules. Now what happened during this period of 1859 and further? In 1879, the Army Organization Commission had recommended the abolition of these three presidencies, and by 1895 April, India was now divided into 4 territorial commands. Now this is very important. The commands were basically Punjab, Madras, Bengal and Bombay, and they all came under one supreme authority. So very important to gauge. Now what is the benefits of this plan of 1889? We can talk to me, people can talk to me, we can gauge it by ourselves and see to what is happening. And this is how we'll be in a position to know where our cantonment is. So friends, apart from these cantonments, even they have to please dig in their records by just proving that we were not a part of the British territory or we fell in a zone, maybe Punjab, maybe Bengal or maybe Madras. Now Madras was a part of Sikandrabad. Agra was always, or this province in the central was part of which areas? Same Mau, all these Aurangabad and all came into that. So how do we prove all this is a matter subjected. I'm trying to educate you people on this, and if awareness can grow, knowledge can grow, I bet we can win all these cases. We are freehold grants. We were originally old grants converted by the British government into new grants with proprietary rights. We were imposed from a revenue free grant to a Lagan or a revenue, land revenue on it. So this was basically my topic today. Thank you. Good day, friends.